I'm Francisco, and I'll be doing my response. The main idea from this video is trying to get across is I'll give my best guess on it is the and I forgot I have my notes right here. The social how social interaction with different people in different places can be weird, and the way how because you can see some people, I'll say like in our class, like I'll see some of them in our class, but once I see them in a public place, I'll be like, oh, like you'll feel awkward, like, oh, like I don't see you outside of anywhere else. And I feel the same way too. Like when I see people that I only see like at a certain place, and once I see them outside in the real world, I'm like, oh, like you start being awkward, you kind of be awkward, but don't really want to. But I feel it because the video did talk about social interaction a lot and different statuses of each person, describing the relationship between status, roles, and social interaction. I would say like the relationship between everything, mostly when you're in a small group. The status is you're in a small group with, I'll say like 4 or 6 people, and everyone has a role, and that role is you're all partners working in the group, getting a project or a paper or a slideshow done, and you'll all have to work together. The social interaction, each and every person has to talk with each other, even if it's at school, outside here, or anywhere else. You're all gotta interact with anybody with you. What does it mean when they say that social life is a kind of performance? Ooh, I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain. I'm gonna try to get my best guess on it. Is social life is a kind of performance? Because like how you interact with everybody else in there, or when you meet them, and say like you go out, your interaction with other people will just be like respect, like you do a little head nod, or if you know them, you say hi because you're interacting with them, and that's still part of you're still performing, like, oh, you're a regular citizen out there, and you're just saying hi, or being respectful, with having manners, especially when you're at a store, when they give you something, you say thank you, or help you out, you say thank you, or even helping other people, they say thank you, and you say you're welcome. That's still part of performance because you may not think of it, but you're still performing, showing manners, what you do in your everyday life, even though we don't recognize it. If that makes sense. I try to explain it the best I can. Okay, use on your own life experience. What role do you perform in everyday life? What roles do I perform in everyday life? So, to start off in the morning, I'll start off as an employee for working for the football team. I work under my boss. I'm his employee, and give us a type of task we have to do. And every other day we have tasks to do before we get out there. I work for the football team, and he'll tell us we have to do this. We have to either heat press shirts, uh, or do laundry, and help out other football players that they need before we get out there and start setting up for practice. And that's what I do every morning. I'm an employee. I'm an employee for the football team and helping the football players what they need and start setting up for practice. And after football, I go to class and I'm a student. I go into the class, I listen, take notes, ask questions. I'm in a role of a student now. Instead of an employee, I go from employee to student. And after that, I go back home, doing whatever. I go back home, and I'm a, I'm a son or a brother. I'm there to do what they tell me to do, or if they have nothing to do, I just come here and do homework. I'm in my role as a human being, doing what I gotta do, either homework, chores, or go talk to my brother like I do every day. Describe the ways in which ascribe status and achieve status related to your own lived experience and the role you played in your everyday life. Oof. Everyday life. Ascribe status is basically, I'll say you were voluntold, like you were kind of forced to do it, and not you wanting to do it, and you were assigned to it later on. And then achieve status is you did it, you tried doing it your best, like you tried doing it your best, and you turned out doing good at it and accomplished it. That's the way how I could describe it. I really don't know how to describe it well. And how I do in my everyday is, I'll say ascribe from at work is we're told to do this and that for a certain task. Same time we don't know what to do, but at the same time we need to know what to do too. So they tell us what to do on a certain task we have to do every day. And achieve is doing my homework every day before the due date and doing it on my own. Have you experienced role conflict or role strain? I did have a couple of role conflicts in my life. I don't know how to explain it though. I would say like for my old job, I had a role strain, like because they were asking for so much, and at the same time, like, all right, like I can't, and I was doing basically like an 11-man job, even though it takes like a lot of people to do it. Describe geometrical analysis. Geometrical analysis is basically like what we do in our everyday life, like the way how we dress for certain occasions, our behaviors on certain occasions, then the way how we talk. So we can say like I could wear like shorts and shirt for work because that's my work wear, and then the way how we speak is kind of different than how we speak in the class or outside of the real world, because each person has like a different behavior and clothing for each thing they're doing outside. Either it's at home, going out, work. Everyone has a different role for it. In what ways do you perform every day without you trying? I feel like everything we do, we're always performing it no matter what, even though we can just be sitting there. Like in a class, we're just sitting there listening. We're performing our manners to you. Or even if you're at home sleeping, you're performing that you're sleeping, even though we don't think about it. How do you manage impression in different settings? How we manage our impressions in class, like we're all serious, or like we're giving you eye contact. That's us listening. work, your they're telling like it's the same thing, like serious listening, listen to what they said, social. Our family, we're all laughing and joking around, and we do listen, but we all have like a facial expression that we give off. And friendship, like everyone acts around different with their friends. You can be either do something dumb or they always laughing the minute they see each other. Like each role or each setting, everyone has a different impression. So I'll say for some examples of front stage and backstage behavior in my life is I'll just bring up work. For my football team, our front stage is what we do at practice, like setting up practice, helping spotting the ball, help set up drills they need to do, help out shag punts, pass, or whatever. And we always do chains for each team periods. And then backstage is what we do behind the scenes, like what we're doing to get ready for game day, for the upcoming games. And we always doing behind the scenes stuff, either labeling gloves, pants to the certain players that they ask, cleats, and then getting their loops ready together. What props, clothing, language, body language, or setting help you do a certain role? I would say setting, because if I know the setting where we're at, I know, okay, so I need to wear this, speak like this, or if I don't need nothing, I won't bring nothing. But like depending on the certain setting, I know how to act or what clothes to wear.